I have been part of a committee that investigated the atrocities of the Boko Haram. And that committee indicted the military more than anything else. There is no house in Borno that the military has not plundered. There is no house in Borno. There has been committee after committee set up by the government. And the government has failed to bring these people to book. In fact, this current leadership of the military in Nigeria today are an extension of that one. And this government has failed to even acknowledge the reports of those investigations. We all know today that in this government, papers have been given, investigations have been made into the atrocities and the corruption in the military. We all know today that the Air Force, the papers or the investigation of the Air Force has been made public. That of the Navy has been made public. But that of the Army has been swept under the carpet by this government. Because they are not only sustaining it, they are not only retaining those culprits, but they are still serving in various capacities in this government, of a government that is supposed to be fighting corruption more than any other place, or more than any other thing. Now, with this, we should also look at the irresponsibility of the political elite. The political elite in this country have done nothing but to cash in on this poverty, on this ill education of the mass majority of Nigerians. They use them, they have used you and turned your psyche into slaves, slaves of religious and ethnic manipulations. No one has ever seen the son of a governor even going out to campaign. No one has ever seen the son or the daughter of the president going out to campaign. And no son of even a councillor, not to talk of a senator or a chairman or a governor, that has been abducted or that has been slaughtered on the streets. But the idiots that call themselves the masses allow themselves to be used through religion or ethnicity to divert attention, but to continue to make you into slaves that will be exploited again and again unending. So until you put into your thick heads that you are no slaves to anybody, that the resources of Nigeria is ours, then you will continue to be enslaved. You will be where you are forever, starving. I have never seen the son of the imam being slaughtered or rioting. Neither have I ever seen the son of the pastor. I don't know the difference between a Christian child and a Muslim child. Ladies and gentlemen, we can go on and on. However, the crux of the matter is that we don't have a nation. As it is, we don't have a country. Because the primary responsibility of every government, that which gives legitimacy to any government, is to secure the territorial integrity of that nation and to provide security for lives and property, and to give us an enabling environment to live and to sustain our lives without hindrance, without fear of being kidnapped or being killed or being assassinated. That is the primary responsibility of any government. Any government that fails to do this lacks legitimacy to govern and lacks and should be said to have failed, woefully failed. It is left to Nigerians now to decide, to wake up and say, have I been given what is duly mine? Have you received it? Or are you still parasites? Are you still slaves in your mentalities? You have to be able to think. As for our military, we are demanding a thorough overhaul of this military. Anything short of this is a cahoot. Anything short of this is, to say the least, the government is a beneficiary. The people in government are benefiting. For so long as you see crime within the prism of tribe or religion, you are part and parcel of the problem. Because you are perpetuating it, you are not looking for solutions. And what does it matter? What does it matter to the victim? Does it make any difference to the victims of Mambila, Benue, or Zamfara, under which government they were killed? The dead is dead. The orphan is orphaned. Does it matter who made it happen or who allowed it to happen? So, ladies and gentlemen, I can't say much because I did not even prepare a paper. You have to forgive me. But we all have a responsibility, not only to ourselves, but to our children. Anybody, I have said, who sits on the fence without saying anything or doing anything is either a coward or a hypocrite, or both. So the choice is yours. I'm not a coward, I'm not a hypocrite, I'm a fighter. Fight along with us.
Uncle Dino, you are there celebrating the new year in Dubai, which is great. But the man posted the video of fireworks and then he wrote, God, please give us leaders in Nigeria that will take us to this level. Thank you. You see, that's exactly what I said. What is he talking about? Were you not a leader? You were a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for 4 years. Which level did you take your constituency to? I don't know. Kogi West, in fact, forget Kogi West. In that 4 years, you acquired so many luxurious cars, more than 20 of them. You are still buying properties in Dubai till now, and you are telling us that it is not our money.
This is a multi-million investment in Dubai, and it's just one out of my portfolios. Make sure you have a second address, and I'm doing this for people who just think it's government money that Dino is spending. Dino has been out of government for 5 years, but I invest.
Excuse me, uncle, even Abacha is still paying back our money. So if you invest our money, the money that you made from it is also our money. Benny. All those cars that you bought can fund so many projects in Kogi, and it's not too late, or even though you're no longer a lawmaker, you can still change lives. Now, for those that may not know, Nigerian lawmakers get big money every year as constituency allowance, which they are supposed to use to execute developmental projects in their various constituencies. It used to be 100 million naira for each rep member every year. Imagine. While senators were getting 200 million each as constituency allowance. But last year, 2023, the reps increased their own by 50 million. So each of them is now getting 150 million starting last year to directly impact their constituencies. A total of 54 billion naira. I don't know if senators have increased their own, but at least we know that each of the senators get 200 million naira every year to develop their constituency. Are you holding your senator accountable, ladies and gentlemen? And just as the year was about to end, 2023, they increased their budget by 100 billion naira. It must be nice to work in a place where you can increase your own salary, your own budget. We all know that a governor has more money than lawmakers, more resources to transform a state, and we are always talking about our governors. But guys, the lawmakers are also getting a lot of money in the name of developing your state. So you know that every state has 3 senators. That is 600 million right there. And each state gets at least 5 House of Rep members. By the way, so many states get way more than 5. Some have 12 House of Rep members. Kaduna has 16 Rep members. Kanu Kano has 24. Lagos has 24 rep members. Now multiply that by 150 million. Plus the 600 that the senators are getting. You see what I'm saying? We're looking at an average of about 2 billion given to the lawmakers of each state every year, just to develop their states. The question is, what is your senator doing with the 200 million naira that he or she is collecting in your name? What is your rep member doing with the 150 million that they are collecting in your name? As a matter of fact, every year, each lawmaker is supposed to give an account of how they spent the money they collected in our name. This is your money. Now, if they've been there for more than 1 year, if they've been a lawmaker for more than 1 year, they must have been collecting this money multiple times. Enough of buying 10 sewing machines and saying that you are empowering people. What an insult. Grinding machine. How is that empowerment when you are collecting that kind of money? It's important for you to know your senators and your lawmakers and your rep members, because if you don't question them, they will continue to collect this money and pocket it. 200 million every year. The devil is a liar. Find them on social media, at least be greeting them. You will say, uncle, you know good money. How is our wife and children? About our 200 million naira, we are watching you on plasma TV. Now imagine if each senator is doing justice with that 200 million. Imagine if each House of Rep member is doing justice with their own 150 million. I don't think we'll be where we are today. And then on top of that, if our governors are responsible, because they have even more resources, I'm telling you, Nigeria will be way better than it is right now. We need all of them to do well by the people.